All right, guys, this is Coach Nikki Zeigler here. We're still rolling, guys. We're still rolling. We got up until 7 o'clock. We got another 3 hours to go. We rolling. Now we have an amazing published author. Her name is author Erica Warren. She has a new book called In Spite of. I cannot wait to bring her on and see what made her write this book. Let's join her in right now. Okay, and the numbers are already going up. People are already coming in. Okay. Hey, Erica, how are you?
Hey, Coach Nikki, how are you?
I am doing great. I am doing great. I'm ready to talk about this book. It looks so juicy. So tell
Yes,
us
yes.
who you are, where you're from, why, what made you write and why you named the book what you named it.
My name is Erica Warren, and I'm from Hammond, Louisiana. And the title of my book is called In Spite of It All, and it's a collection of women's stories. It's an anthology. It's
Mm.
24 women, and we all got together to share something that we overcame in our life, a deep dark time in our life, something that challenged us, something that kind of made us want to give up on life in a sense,
Mhm.
and how we came out of that situation and how we attribute it all to the presence of God in our life. And we wanted to share that story and be real open and transparent about some ugly times in our life to inspire other women, that you're not going through whatever you're going through, it's not remote. You're not going through it alone. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to suffer in silence. There's other women who have been right where you are. And we just want to inspire you to keep going and keep believing in God, because in spite of it all, these women, when I started reading some of their stories, I just started boohooing, crying, because I'm such an empath. I'm so empathetic towards other people's pain. And just to look at how they are now today, you would never believe that they've been through some of the things that they've been through. So that's why we named it In Spite of It All.
Wow. I see. What's her name? Catrice Keys. She's speaking to you, girl.
Hey, Keatrice, that's my sister.
Okay. Hey, sister. Listen, so I do want you to name every one of these ladies' name. I want you to
Okay.
I want you to give you a shout. This is your time. I'm here. I'm giving you my platform to
Okay.
shine. And I want you to just acknowledge them, because sometimes when we have several people writing books, we only see one person, but I want the other ones to be acknowledged. They just as important as the person who has a vision. Oh,
Definitely, definitely. Well, thank you for that. So I'm gonna go through the list, and
okay.
actually, Keatrice, she's my sister. She's in the book with me.
Okay,
Um, so
Kendra.
the ladies, I want to shout y'all out. We got Chrysonda Watson, Nikita Hamer, Letitia West, Sharonda Beeks, Nicole Jones, Candice Morales, Keatrice Keys, Karen Dunhams, Ronisha Pacheco, Gabriella Amador, Jaquella McGee, Zlatka Rancing, Latoya Nicole, Tanika Buchanan, Nicole Long, Najanika Simmons, Tierra Stewart, Marietta Batiste, Moya Wilson, Echo Muhammad, Marcasia LeBlanc, April Dillon, and Latoya Garrett all came together to make In Spite of It All, the co-authors.
Wow. So tell me what. So you're the visionary, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me what made you decide to bring all these ladies together?
Well, this is actually my second anthology. The first one I participated in last year, and I loved the idea of bringing women together to share stories, and the sisterhood that was formed from that experience, and made me want to do it again, because the publisher of that book, she reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to get my own group of women together for a theme that was more personal to me. And so I was like, yes, indeed, let's do it. And that's how that came about.
Wow, isn't that something? That is
Yes.
so awesome, man. Just for how, because what touched me the most with your book is the fact that you brought women together. Do you know how much
Yes.
competition we are with women in business and women in ministry and women and women? There's
Women
such a
and women.
competition, and it's like it's enough love for all of us. No one is
Ooh,
competing with what you got going on. It's enough love for all
ooh.
of us to share.
Yes,
But you
ma'am.
gotta you gotta trust the process. And you gotta surround yourself with women. It's another young lady, Kita, she was just did her interview. And we was talking about how we should hold each other accountable for what we got going on. It ain't
Yes.
no I in you. Show me the I in you. It's a
Mm.
team. It's a team.
We
It
go
takes a
so
village.
much further. We go
Ooh.
so much further together. What is that saying that says, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, go together.
Ooh, that's a major piece. And the thing
Hmm.
about it, it takes, like I said, it takes a village. It takes all of us coming together as one. Ain't no little eyes, big U's. We all as one. And she's right. She said some. Yes, collaboration is no competition. It's no competition. It's not
Yes.
competition. Really. You got to be. I mean, competing all the time. It's enough money out here for all of us to make it. It's enough husbands out here for all of us to make it.
Exactly.
It's
Contrary to
enough.
what they try to tell us, there is not
It's
a
enough.
shortage of men out there. We don't have to
It is
compete with each other.
because what you got to understand, what God got for you, baby,
It's
it's for
for you.
you. And I
Yes.
hate when people say, well, I'm a move in silence. I'm not moving in no silence because I want you to see how good God has been to me. I don't believe
Exactly.
in moving in silence. How do you move in silence if God told you to do it? God ain't finna tell you, oh, don't tell nobody. Like,
Exactly. Because you have to glorify his name so that other people will see what he did for you, he'll do it for them.
so how do we move in silence? Did God
Exactly.
really tell us to do that? So I'm saying
Exactly. Because we give other people too much power because we think if we say something, somebody's going to speak negatively and they're going to talk us out of our blessing. Baby, they can't talk nothing out of you, away from you, that God has already ordained for you.
So you mean to tell me that person that powerful, they can tell God,
Mhm.
take that from her and give it to me? That ain't the God we
Exactly.
serve. What God has for you is for you. And I
Yes,
think that's
ma'am.
what's been the problem with women, period. It's no
Yeah.
competition. With me, I want to see you make it, Erica. I want to see Ketris make it. I want to see
Yes.
Nicole. I want to see everybody make it. I don't
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
in my body. That's why I have this platform because it ain't about me shining. I can talk about my book all day long. But if you
Yeah.
think about it, you might have seen me hold my book up one time out of over 70 some people I've interviewed because it's not about me. This is your time to shine.
Yeah.
I want
Exactly.
Erica to make it. I want Erica to call me and say, man, Nikki, after I met you, people be calling me. I had one lady call me yesterday. She said she sold 45 books off of this interview.
Wow. That's
But
awesome.
she didn't mind sharing the knowledge. It's all you're
Hmm.
sharing knowledge. You're inspiring us that we can make it. See what I'm
Yes.
saying? But it's
Because
just out of competition though, Erica.
it is all God. Because I was telling the ladies a couple of nights ago, I went through a period of where I wasn't gonna tell nobody my story. You know how we raised to keep things in silent and put
Very.
on that face for the world and act like we got it all going on, and we don't want to tell people the ugly parts of our story, only the cute parts that we want people to see.
Yes.
And God, he rebuked me. He told me, do you think I let you go through all of that just to keep it to yourself? And so I
Ooh,
had to get outside of myself, and I had to stop being selfish and trying to portray, an image, and let people see the real me, and the real story behind the smiles. And sometimes a pretty smiles hide a bunch of pain.
I had a hula. I was that pain at one time.
But
I am
yeah.
so transparent to come out to my life. I was that person that had that big smile. You like, man, she's always smiling, but they didn't
Hmm.
understand the hell I was going through. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you have to understand, Erica, you holding that inside you, that's not gonna help us.
Not
And
at
it's
all.
well, she telling her business too much, baby. Get what? It ain't your business, God business.
It's
Cause he don't
God business.
if God
It's
didn't want you to go
God
through,
business.
don't you know we serve a God that can move mountains? Surely he wouldn't
Ooh.
let you got molested. Surely he wouldn't let you got raped. Surely he wouldn't have this man beating you. He would have stopped all that. But
Yeah.
it, but you know what? I tell people all the time, you gotta trust what God got going on for your life. Stop telling
Yes.
God what you want and let him lead you. I get so tired
Yes.
of people not asking God for his will for our life. Erica, we gotta ask God, what is my will? Why am I here?
I
I'm
got
here
so
for
sick of doing it my own way. My own way wasn't working. So I said, let me get out of my way and let God show me what to do, because my way ain't working.
It ain't, bro, had us all hot, girl, had us all messed up, had us all making so many mistakes, had us all cussing folks out, just doing whatever we wanted to do. You know,
Yep.
you got to be transparent. You got to be
Yep.
transparent, period. And you got to understand God has the final say so in every situation.
Yes. And that's why I'm so passionate about the younger generation of women, because I if I can be just a small part in showing them that where you're headed is not the way to go. I've been down that road already. I know where that leads to. I want to tell you my story so you can learn from me, and you don't have to do what I did. You can do it differently, and
That's
you can save yourself a lot of time, a lot of heartache. I want to see y'all do better than what we did.
hmm, that is crazy. But you know what? When they learn, we learn as Christian, as the body of Christ, to look towards the hills will come of our help. When we learn how
Mm,
to really let go and let God lead us, that's when
mm,
all kind of crazy doors of hope where we open up, where
mhm.
we selling first, you know what I'm saying, selling out our just we gotta let him lead us. And that's been a problem in history, where we always trying to tell God what we want him to do and not saying what you want us to do. We're the ones supposed to be serving. We're supposed to
Yes.
say, God, oh, use me, Lord. But then when he start using us, oh, I don't want to go through this.
Right, right. You didn't tell me it was gonna be all this, God. Now I ain't signed up for all of this.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Stop.
Yeah, gotta
Stop
stop.
doing it and just sacrifice for him. And when you sacrifice for him, that's when he opened up all kind of doors. I'm a living witness. I thank God
Ooh,
for my life daily. Daily.
yes.
Thank you, God, for letting me breathe to see a new day. How about
I
that?
just wake up and thank him for the small things, because I remember God. Man, I remember the days when the things I have today I prayed and wished for, and I couldn't even believe that I would have the life I have
Mm.
today, the peace inside of me, that no
Oh,
matter what's going on around me, I still have that.
I
And
still
it doesn't take away that peace that he gave me. So, and I'm like, Lord, you brought me through this, you brought me through that, you brought me through this. What should I be afraid of?
my God.
What should I be afraid of?
Well, that's good. That's good now, Erica. Good. That's good now.
Yes.
Okay, tell me this. What do
Mhm.
you say to a author who want to write a book like yours? What would you say to them? What advice could you give them?
Um, I would say, put yourself out there, reach out, network, talk to other people who have actually done what you're doing, what you want to do. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid, to reach out and collaborate with people. Don't be afraid to actually go out and search for the information on yourself, do your research, and then just be open minded and be ready to like give a part of yourself that you've been afraid to share with the world. That's probably going to be the part that's going to be somebody else's salvation. The thing that we're so afraid to share with the world, the thing that we're so afraid we're going to be judged for, is actually the thing that's going to open the door for somebody else to say, I've been through that same thing. I would just wait for somebody else
Say
to
something.
say it first.
Ooh, I love that. Now,
Hmm.
out of all the mess and the overcoming that you have been through, what will you tell a younger version of yourself?
Ooh. Thinking back on my life when I was young, around the age of 13, 14, 15, I would tell myself to uh, give more grace and forgiveness, give more mercy towards your parents. That's a very important lesson that I had to learn. I was holding a lot of anger and bitterness towards my parents growing up, and it manifested in my life in really toxic ways. And it
Mm,
made me make a lot of mistakes. It led me down a road of a lot of heartache and pain.
mm,
And as an adult, I had to look back on my life and realize where all of that was stemming from,
mm,
and understand that my parents were people before they were my parents. They
mm,
were flawed people. They made mistakes. They
mm,
wasn't perfect. But as a child, you expect your parents to be perfect in everything they do. It affects you in a way to where you feel like, you hold all that anger and you say you should have been this, or you should have been that, or I wish you would have did this, or I wish you would have did that. And you only hurting yourself when you grow up as an adult and you make decisions out of that anger and that bitterness. So I would say, as a young girl, give your parents the space to make mistakes and
Mm,
give them the grace and mercy, that God gives us.
mm. My God. My God, Lord, thank you, Jesus. And you know what? I can honestly tell you the same thing for me. What you just
Really?
said, I needed to hear that. Because sometimes you're right. We act like our parents supposed to be perfect.
Ooh.
Back in our day, it wasn't even a book on how to raise your children. You know what I'm saying? Like they did the best that they could for what they had. My
Yeah.
mom, especially, because my mom was 16 when she had me. And she
Wow.
just ain't know. I mean, my mom had me when she was a kid. When I think about me being 16, I was trying to go out to my
Me
friends.
too. So I don't know nothing about raising another person.
You know saying?
She
So
was
with me,
still a kid.
because she was a kid raising a kid. And for me, I mean, and I dealt with unforgiveness with my mom for a long time until
Yeah.
she said something that made me change my whole, and she changed my whole life with this comment. She
What
said
she
I
said?
was only doing what I knew best. She
Yeah.
ain't know no better.
She didn't know no better.
She said that to me. All of the anger and rage I had against her for the discipline she did to me, it went away.
Yeah.
Because it was a generational curse that her mom had for her, and it
Yeah.
just went down. And guess what it stopped at? Me.
With you.
Will not.
Yes.
I will not take that curse into my generation and on down my 10 generation. And you're right. Katrice
Yeah.
said something made sense. You got to start forgiving. Forgiving
Ooh.
lifts so many. Now I
I,
can run with that right there, baby.
that's a whole nother sermon, and she and I have that in common. I was such a grudge holder. Maybe I would recall the date, the place, the time, and what you had on, what I was wearing when you did what you did to me, and I ain't never gonna let you forget it.
And what you said about me to my other cousin, I don't like you and I don't like her. I mean,
Right.
we will hold that stuff in us forever. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Until God starts showing me my faults. Well, I remember when you did this, and I remember when you did that. I started saying, "Oh,
I
oh
know,
no,
right?
you hurt
God.
me.
No,
Come
I
on,
wasn't
God."
doing nothing wrong. I was good.
I had to learn how to forgive myself first, then forgive them. Because what you gotta understand, God don't judge them. He looking at you because you know better.
Ooh. Yes.
I'm talking about Christian talk for real. I'm talking about real Christian. I ain't talking about the ones
Yeah.
who go to church
Yeah.
and leave church and get the cussing, drinking, smoke,
And
whatever.
and and
I'm talking
raise all kind of hell
yes. I'm talking about those who strive every day
to
to
be
live a
better.
life that's pleasing unto God. He look
Please
at us.
unto God.
He look
Mm.
at us.
I I have there's a saying that unforgiveness is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die.
Oh God. Oh God.
That person that you holding a grudge against, they don't even know you mad. They don't even remember what you mad at. And you holding that every day and it's killing you inside. And they going on with their life.
And you can tell them like you said, the shirt they had on, what color every day.
Yeah. And they like, girl, I don't remember none of that. What you talking about? They looking at you like you crazy. You crazy for real.
But we be dead serious though. We be
Oh,
dead.
oh yeah. You gonna remember what you did to me.
Oh yeah. And now look at you. Look at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But God, look, His grace is so sufficient, Erica. His grace is
Ooh, ooh.
great. And look how dumb were we were then. How
I,
dumb
I
to
look
keep
back on it now and I just remember having such heaviness and bitterness and anger, and it was so heavy. And you know how you put that face on for the world, and you live with such paranoia because you always wondering, when is the day they're gonna find out who I really am behind this mask.
come on. That mask covers all of the. You take that mask off, it covers all of the depression. It covers all the hurt, pain. It's like you. It's like putting on. It's like you're putting on makeup and layers and layers and all that stuff to cover up how you really looking at. Man, I'm telling you something. Yep. I refuse to keep holding on to things that I know ain't nowhere God can check. It's a wrap. And when we learn how to let go and let God, man, Erica, like she said, you know, things gonna begin to just drop off of you like, okay. And that's where I'm at now. I have never been this peaceful before in my life. I've never been this happy before because I'm so in my domain. I so enjoy talking to people like you and you know what I'm saying? Knocking the devil upside the head.
Yes.
Man, I saw all this.
Ooh, I love it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes. But I appreciate you, sis. We must connect again.
We do, because we got so much in common. We need to continue this conversation.
But I'm gonna tell you and your sister this right here. Oh, she said yes, it's suffocating. Don't start and I see. I'm gonna get her up in the block. Blah. But she's trying to make us preach. But I'm having a retreat, and I would love you guys to come down. I'm having a huge retreat. Well, not a huge. It's 100 and some women down in Destin, Florida in April. Come down. It's called the Stronger Her Retreat. Overlooking the beach, sis. You and your sister, come on down. Y'all can set up a booth there. I'll bless you with a booth.
Okay.
Come on down and let's connect, man, so we can love on each other and really pour back. And I mean, we're gonna serve you, girl. It's all exclusive. We got an all-white party going on, and it's just us Christian women.
Oh, I'm there.
Fatten, she coming. Jamila Young, she coming. I mean, I got some. We on. I mean, baby, we finna take over Destin, Florida. We got a white party. I mean, it's gonna be dope, and it's everything. Looking to be, sis, you know. So inbox me. I give you my personal number. Let's connect. Something about you, girl. We supposed to be doing some stuff together. We're gonna figure it out.
Yes, we are. I love it.
2021, we busting his head open. Come on, there.
Yes, and we knocking Corona in the head too. You getting up out of here? Yes.
So tell us, how can we get your book? Where do we get it from?
My website is just simple. It's bit.ly/GodsGirl45.
Okay.
And you just click that link.
Okay.
And the book is there. And I personally autograph the book. Every book that I ship out, I personally autograph and I put a little gift in there.
That's what's up. Oh, look at her. Yes, let's connect. I would love. Come on now, child. Y'all know we're gonna try to beat you out, baby.
Yes.
We're gonna turn it out. And it's just like I said, it's just a way of us relaxing and breathing. And I'm gonna tell you what God told me. So at first I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give everybody a shirt and everybody with little jeans the last day. God said, give them shirts the whole weekend. So ain't no excuse, ain't no wearing no church clothes. We wearing our jeans and
we're gonna be comfortable.
Day. Cause I don't want, cause you know how we are at God, we want to wear our bling hats. It's too hot.
It's too hot for all that.
So we are comfortable. You can wear your jogger pants with your t-shirt. I don't care how come as you are. I don't want nobody wearing no hats and no baby. Calm down. You come here to relax, retreat, relax. I want us to be, you know what I'm saying, well connected and well, you know what I'm saying. When we lead, I don't want us to ever be the same.
Yeah, well, I am definitely there.
We bringing unity among our women.
I love it, and I'm down for it, and I'm definitely want to get your information because me and Keith is coming.
Yes, baby. Take care, girl. God
Thank you so much for having me on here. This is beautiful. I'm glad I met you.
And I love you too, Keisha's Keys. I don't even know you, but I love you, sis. we in it to win it, y'all. We got to do this. Yeah. Amen. All right. Have a good day, and I will talk to y'all.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.